bang, bang, it's Vic Reeves. From The Apprentice, she's hired Katie Hopkins. And their captain, John Locke. And facing them tonight, Northern Soul, Johnny Vegas. He's a bit pasty, Danny Dyer. And our new team captain, Jason Manford. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, the highest speed ever achieved on a bicycle was 166.94 miles per hour. It was recorded at a level crossing. Because the train hit the man. 18% of men check their tyre pressure every week. Yeah, that seems fine. The average age of naturists is 55. Sorry, that should read, sadly, the average age of naturists is 55. Right, let's get on with the show. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Jason and your team, you're up first. What have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it,
Paris.
Paris? Yeah, Paris Hilton. Paris was put in jail for drink driving, then she was released after 3 days, and then she got put back in jail again when the judge found out that she got out. So she's not best pleased. She's been on hunger strike as well for 25 years. Well,
She's taking that seriously.
she is.
She got out for psychological reasons, didn't she?
Yeah, I
Won't
think,
let her out, and then they put her back.
I think she got out of prison. She managed to do it because she was depressed.
Yeah.
Which is extraordinary, because no one's elated.
It's incredible. Actually, there's nobody who feels sorry for her, do they?
Is that how you get out of prison, if you're depressed?
Yeah. If you don't like it, they go, oh, come on then.
With the drink driving thing, she claimed she didn't know she was banned from driving because someone else opens her post. She's too lazy to look at it herself.
I got pulled up for speeding, and he thought I'd stolen the car because I had a northern accent. And he asked me when I'd bought the car, I told him I didn't know. He asked me when I'd passed my test, I told him I didn't know. He asked me what the insurance cost, I said I don't know. And to my eternal shame, I said, I have somebody who does that for me.
You've changed, Johnny.
I know.
Have you got a PA, Johnny?
She's more of a best friend that I pay to run my life. And she dresses me.
I don't think of anything worse than being your PA. 2 o'clock in the morning. I want a wagon wheel. Like, oh, for God's sake.
That's the Apprentice show I want to see. Come and work for Johnny Vegas. They all left on the first day.
Every morning, 4 o'clock, she gets a call. I've started another fire.
Shall we have a look and see whether Paris Hilton is one of the most talked about things this week? I have a feeling she might be. Yes, indeed. She's the most talked about thing this week. This is the story that Paris Hilton has been sent to jail. Paris is now on suicide watch, and Bill Oddie will be hosting. Fantastic. Sean, Katie, Vic, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it the Formula One kid, the super-duper new Formula One, British Formula One?
Oh, I heard about him, yeah.
Lewis Hamilton, and he's won a Grand Prix, and he's very fast. He's the new Michael Schumacher.
People are saying he could be the new Tim Henman if there's an accident. He never wins anything ever again. He's only 22, it's amazing. You watch Formula One, don't you?
No, not really.
OK,
no.
I'm glad I asked.
I think it's weird, people who watch Formula One. It's all right on the telly, but those people who spend loads of money to go to Monaco and watch it, just to stand there, hundreds of quid, just to go... Well, he was good, wasn't he? Hear that one. He was proper fast. I don't understand it. I don't know why you'd bother going.
Well, I quite like the fact that it's boring. A lot of people complain about Formula One, but I think it's one of its major pluses, is the fact it's really boring. Because nothing can spoil it. You can do drilling, hoovering, you can go up, have a sleep, come back, you're still in the lead. You don't even need to watch the end. You just look at the podium, yeah, he won. Perfect, it's the most boring sport.
Let's have a look and see whether Lewis Hamilton, a British sporting hero, is one of the most talked about things this week.
Hey, number 2.
Yes, Yes, Lewis Hamilton has won his first Grand Prix, making him the youngest ever leader of the Formula One Championship. It's a dangerous sport. Lewis stared death in the face before realising it was Bernie Ecclestone handing him a trophy. Jason, what else have the world been talking about this week?
Is it kids? No, every day in the paper for like last week there's been a story about kids not being hard enough, or some bloke from ROSPA, the Royal Society of Prevention of Accidents, has said that kids should climb trees so that they break their wrist. I mean, he's in the wrong job, let's be honest. Right?
She worked for the Royal Society for the Promotion of Accidents.
I had a mate when I was at school, not showing off, and he was proper hard, always climbing trees and eating berries and stuff and chasing worms. And
Yeah, proper hard.
he was brilliant, you know what I mean? And he's dead now. But what 13 years, brilliant. You had a right laugh.
What we used to do is, which I think's fine, is get a scaffold pole and fire fireworks at each other. No, it was great.
But you were brought up in Basra, right? If you're watching, don't try that at home. Do it outside.
When I was a lad, there was a gang, 'cause I lived in a little place in Manchester called Chorlton, and there was a gang called the Chorlton Bad Boy Club. And they used to graffiti the initials all over the place. CBBC was here. You got a tattoo of John Craven.
You've got kids, haven't you?
Yeah, I was at my daughter's 3rd birthday yesterday.
You went to that, that's nice, yeah. Well done.
Just remember. But I think now a bit of, you know, rough and tumble, a few bashes.
So you chuck them out of trees and...
No, but a few bashes. My daughter was in a full body plaster cast quite recently for 3 months.
What the fucking hell did you do to her?
Well, whatever her daughter did, she won't be doing it again.
It was really hard carrying her around because she was solid.
I would have thought that'd be easier.
Like a Solvite baby.
It wasn't anything too serious, was it?
Yeah, her leg.
Anything too serious? She's a full body cast, man!
Vic, you're a father.
I would always let them injure themselves and, in fact, encourage it. Alice, who's the eldest, I would encourage her to run into walls and not get any sympathy. So she knew what was coming. And with Louis, he was given a revolver.
I often push a pub door open and go, "You soft bastard," and then just leave my son stood there in the street. Let him face the music.
How old's your boy again?
4.
Shall we see if mollycoddling our children is up there? Yes, it is.
Nice one.
Yes, this is the story that we're wrapping our kids in cotton wool. They're spending too much time stressed about exams and not enough playing outside. Of course, exams are a lot easier than they used to be. Apart from history, that's got harder. More things have happened. Although, thanks to rising sea levels, geography is getting much easier. Sean's team, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Well, I think it's your show, isn't it? The Apprentice. They've been talking about that a lot. Very popular, wasn't it? You're all over the papers, aren't you?
A little bit.
It's like a rash.
Do you think the best man won?
I'm delighted that Simon won, and I'm delighted that Christina didn't.
Ooh. Who was your favourite? Who do you like the most?
I probably like Trey the most. Yeah.
Trey is amazing.
Yeah, oh,
I'm a bullshitter. I'm a bullshitter, I bullshit.
Who do
I'm
you
a
mean?
bullshitter. I do nothing but bullshit. I'm a bullshitter. He's an incredible character. He seemed to think bullshitting was the best possible thing in a businessman.
Doesn't Alan Sugar say, I don't like liars, cheats, bullshitters and arse-lickers? You can't help feeling the last two, he's really upped the ante there, hasn't he? Liars, cheats, he goes, bullshitters, arse-lickers. I wonder if they stopped him when he went, suckers, mother gypsies, the poor, eagles. And he really gets carried away. It's a very mainstream show.
Who do you think should have won, Danny?
I think Christina should have won, yeah.
Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, she had a dodgy set of teeth on her, but I think she was she was more, you know, the other geezer irritated me. I just couldn't get me nut round him, but...
We're going to have subtitles for this, aren't we?
I've not actually seen it, but I did see you in the papers. Behind a gate.
Yes.
If you're going to have sex in a field,
Yeah.
don't do it by a gate.
Where's better, though?
Well, behind the bush.
You you've sort of come out of The Apprentice as the biggest star.
Are you going to develop a show now like Badger did? Hopkins Happy Home Bust-Ups. Hello, I'm in Cleethorpes with Jeff. He runs a small printing company, so I'm going to shag him. Well, the thing is, Jeff, once you got rid of the wife and kids, we can focus on output.
Well, that is burnt on my retina.
I bet this is quite strange for you, Katie. It's like you're trapped in a rural petrol station. Blokes filling up your car going, yeah, I bet you give it a...
Let's see if The Apprentice is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is. The best thing Alan Sugar said this year was, I've got a gut feeling in my stomach. That kind of use of the English language makes me want to punch his face in the face. You've got one more to get your fingers on buzzers. Jason.
It's Prince Harry.
Prince Harry, tell me more.
Prince Harry in trouble because his lads are in Iraq and Afghanistan and whatnot, doing a war.
Doing a war?
Doing a war. Yeah, and...
How long have you been sat next to Danny
I'm
Dyer?
catching it, it's amazing.
They're off there doing a war.
Getting all warmed up.
And he was in Canada at some sort of strip club getting boobs in his face.
I love him, that Harry. He's a raving lunatic. Out of his nut, loads of birds around, a big joint hanging out of his mouth.
Dressed as a Nazi.
Legend.
He's well up for it.
My favourite bit was he was talking to a barmaid and he didn't want to reveal his true identity. So when she said, "What's your name?" he went, "Gary." That was the best he could come up with. Prince Gary.
Danny, do you think he should have gone to Iraq?
Yeah, I think he should have got involved, definitely.
Should have got involved.
Do you not worry about him being out there, like, getting shot at and... Like, he can't camouflage, can he? Do you know what I mean? You imagine two Iraqi soldiers. Did you just see that tree move? What, the one with ginger hair? You know what I mean?
Let's have a look and see whether Prince Harry is up there. Yes, this is the story that Prince Harry visited a strip club in Canada whilst his colleagues were fighting in Iraq. A strip club is very much like Iraq. Young men getting slaughtered, bazookas everywhere, weapons going off. It's more expensive than you think when you go in. Muslims don't like it. I blame Bush. Well, at the end of that round, I can tell you that Sean, Vic and Katie have 2 points, Jason, Johnny and Danny have 3 points. Our next round is called Pick of the Polls. Our teams choose a picture and then they have to answer a question based on a related survey or statistic. OK, Sean's team, you're to go first. Pick one.
I like the people who are carrying a sturgeon.
Catfish.
It's a what's worse question. According to statistics, what's more risky, fishing or horse riding?
Well, horse riding is much more dangerous, isn't it?
You're going
This
horses?
is more dangerous because when you fall off horses, you can only fall in the riverbank, which is by rights near the edge, so not as deep as the middle, so you should be able to get out.
No one's ever tried fishing at sea, have they?
Oh, you didn't say that, did you? You didn't say that. Not all fishing. Of course, fishing's more dangerous if you're in a trawler. Now.
I think I said fishing or horse
No,
riding.
You said fishing like it's fishing. You can go fishing. Like commercial.
All right, let me do it again,
huge,
Sean.
big Russian ships. I mean, of course fishing's worse than horse riding. You're living out in a trawler in the North Sea. Force 9, you've got no chance.
All right, what's more dangerous, fishing or horse riding? What is more dangerous?
Yes, thank you. Let's start again. Well, I think it's horse riding.
Final answer?
It's obviously fishing. If you're including all fishing, do you think I'm stupid?
I can tell you that fishing is riskier. Yeah, you're 6 times more likely to die fishing than you are horse riding, and the chances increase dramatically if you're a fish. Jason, Johnny and Danny, what picture do you fancy answering a question on?
What's number 3?
Number 3 represents hospitals.
That's not a real person. He's sick. He's made of plastic.
Look at Jimmy's hair. He might be a relative. He looks very smart.
Let's go for President Bush.
OK, you picked George Bush. It was reported this week the President of the United States had his watch stolen in Albania. It's incredible, isn't it?
Legend.
We polled our studio audience and asked them, if you found George Bush's watch, would you give it back to him or put it on eBay? Which way do you think they voted?
He's had his watch stolen.
He's had his watch stolen,
He's had his watch stolen, as they say, he could have taken his watch off.
He could not on his own. Yeah. We never figure that out.
But that's quite rude if he's taken his watch off. Is that saying he doesn't trust the Albanian people? That'd be a very rude thing to do. Before you met some people, you just go, actually, before I shake your hand, I must remove this, because you're a thieving bastard.
I've had a watch stolen, and it's not nice. I was walking home, and these two lads got me from behind, right? Not like in the biblical sense. They attacked me. They attacked me from behind, and I was on the floor, and one of them, as they walked off, because they went, "Oh, give us your money or we'll beat you up," and I gave them the money, and then they beat me up, and you're like, "Oh, we had a deal, you bastards." Anyway. And I was on the floor, and one of them goes, as they walked off, one of them went, "Hey, get his watch, don't forget his watch." And he rolled up my sleeve. I had a Casio Illuminator, right? Brilliant watch, right? It sells the time in 3 different countries, right? It's England, Scotland, Wales, but it's all right, right? It's brilliant, right? And he looked at me watch, rolled the sleeve up, he saw it, he went, "Nah, sack it," and just walked off. I was like, "You'll fucking take it, you cheeky bastard." This is an audience, Paul, then. You've asked...
Yeah, we've asked the studio audience this evening, would they return the watch or would they sell it on eBay?
I'd say they put it on eBay, the bastards.
Yeah. You think they put it on eBay? OK. Well, I can tell you that a massive 85% of our studio audience voted to put it on eBay. So, Jason, you get the point. Well done. George Bush has stolen an election, invaded a country on false pretences, tortured, lied and not signed the Kyoto Agreement. But now his watch has been stolen. If you're watching Karma, make an effort. So at the end of that round, it's 3 points for Sean's team and 4 points to Jason's team. The next round is Believe It or Not. In this round, I'll give the panellists a simple statement. All they have to do is decide whether they think it's true or false. Let's have a look at a clip to illustrate that statistic.
Does the shoulder strap of your car cut into your shoulder? Is your shoulder strap too tight and annoying? Introducing the Teddy Bear, the cute little guy that eliminates all those problems.
My shoulder strap used to pull so tight I could hardly breathe. Now with the Teddy Bear, I really enjoy traveling again.
My wife used to always complain about the pressure from her shoulder belt. Not anymore.
And the Teddy Bear worked so great, he got one for himself, too.
Place it here, or anywhere you need to keep those irritating straps from digging in. Call and order your Teddy Bear right now.
I'd love to be a teddy bear. Here is your related statistic. 41% of women drivers would rather hit a motorcycle courier than a rabbit. What do you think?
I'm fully comp, so I don't care what I hit, really. I'll take the Pope out, doesn't matter. It's not a dilemma most women face on a regular basis, is it?
Well...
Have you ever been careering in the car?
Yeah.
You've been a motorcycle courier and a rabbit.
Yeah, and then you go on the basis of size, because the bigger thing you don't want to hit, do you?
So you're not really bothered about the moral dilemma of, like, killing a human or a rabbit? No, that's interesting.
Did they have a question as well? Would you hit a rabbit? And the woman went, no. What would you hit? Motorcycle courier?
It's a bit offensive to women, isn't it? In a way, it's like saying, "Oh, you don't really like hitting bunnies, do you?" Is it? Do you not find that a bit sexist?
Well, yeah.
No, I just think it's limited in the choice of things you could hit.
Would you, speaking as a woman driver, you'd like more of an array of things to hit? Vic, what would you rather hit?
If it was a big rabbit, I'd go straight for it. What's the other option? A curry?
I'd like to go through Longleat at 90. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Can I just do a survey for my own personal...
Yes, of course, Vic.
Now, I've got 20 rabbits in my garden and they're eating me lettuces. Hands up who thinks I should shoot them. Not enough people. So it's the poison, then.
OK, I'm going to push you for an answer on this. 41% of women drivers would rather hit a motorcycle courier than a rabbit.
True!
All right, true. All right.
True!
Sean, what do you think?
I think it's false.
Well, I can tell you the answer is false. You get the point there, Sean? But incredibly, 11% of women would rather hit a motorcycle courier than a rabbit. I can see the logic. If you run over a rabbit, all you've got is a dead rabbit. If you run over a courier, free pizza. So at the end of that round, it is 4 points to Sean's team and 4 points to Jason's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Top luxury that men want in their house.
A perfumed, underlit stallion.
It's not in the top 10.
Porn.
Porn?
Porn.
As the luxury in their house. A window into Danny Dyer's world. It's a luxurious house.
No, I mean, good bit of porn, you know, right, good bit.
Is it a Fabergé egg? Just like
Look at the two guys on your team. Yeah? And imagine how much they both want a Fabergé egg.
Next time,
Johnny would eat fucking 8.
Next time.
Enchanted talking furniture. like Beauty and the Beast, and when you bring a woman back, they convince her not to leave.
He's the new face of DFS.
Johnny, that would go with my idea, which is a penguin trained as a butler.
Two of them together.
Yeah. I tell you what I'd like is leather cutlery. The ultimate luxury. Like, they're looking at a woman, they're eating a leather spoon. Lovely spoon.
Is it a duvet? Yeah. Made out of Ginster's pasties. And every morning you have to eat your way out.
A panic room.
A panic room?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really for you. That would be for whoever's in the house with you. To do with water.
Taps.
Jacuzzi.
That's the right answer, yeah. Worst faux pas at a job interview.
Is it being a...
What's the worst thing you can do at a job interview?
Yeah, probably turn it down just before you get it.
Turn it down because you didn't get permission from your mum and dad?
Oh.
Is it asking if it's all right if stock goes missing?
It's to do with being kind of a chatterbox.
Screaming.
Answering a question with a question. No.
Is it that?
I was trying to say something fucking sensible and I've nosed it now, see?
He's only got a fucking nosed it.
Talking too much.
That is a correct answer, Sean. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Jason's team have 4 points, Sean's team are the winners with 6 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
On 8 out of 10 cats, she's the one. It's Alex Jones. The Beard and the Wonderful. It's Joe Wilkinson. And their team captain, John Richardson. And facing them tonight, shut up, you slag. It's Danny Dyer. His legs go on for miles. It's Miles Jupp. And their team captain, John Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 1 in 5 women have been offended by a partner calling them curvy? On behalf of men everywhere, I'd just like to say, sorry, fatty. 79% of pet owners sleep with their pets. But be careful, the last time I did, when I woke up, my duvet was soaking wet and my goldfish was dead. And 12% of adults regularly get sucked into money-making schemes. I got sucked into a money-making scheme. I made 50 quid, and to be honest, it didn't taste half as bad as I expected. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. Tonight, it's our panellists' job to guess what the British public think are the top 3 most intriguing, unexplained phenomena. Sean's team. What are the weird, strange things that people are interested in?
Oh.
What do you think?
UFOs. UFOs.
Yes.
I think he's saying UFOs. UFO.
Here we go, straight away.
UFO, well, the unidentified flying object. I've always thought unidentified flying... As soon as they identify it, then it's just a flying object. And then if it lands, it's just an O. No, you believe in UFOs, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah, I've seen them.
You've seen them? What did you see when you saw them?
Well, I see a fucking UFO, didn't I? I don't know what it was, but it was flying about. It wasn't a helicopter, it wasn't a plane, it was a UFO.
Could it have been a kite?
Might have been a kite. I think it's ridiculous to think we're the only things out there, and it's depressing if we are, no? Do you know what I mean? We're the most intelligent things out there.
Well, not you
Not
specifically.
me, specifically.
We walked into that.
Miles, do you believe in aliens?
I'm not sure. I'm just not impressed by the fact that UFOs tend to be saucers. You'd just think that they evolve in some way. If you think about, you know, the changes that, for instance, the potato peeler has gone through in that time. Sort of imagine things from another planet might have developed their means of getting around a little bit more.
It's the fact that when they get here, they always probe us and have sex with us. Makes me think they probably come all the time, but we're just like Marbella. It's just where they come to get off with you. You want it work for you? Take your probe. I love it.
That's that weird. I mean, I think I've got little dogs that I bought recently, and we bring them to the vet about once every 3 weeks. And the vet, as soon as he sees my dogs, just goes, "Better put my finger up his bum." It must be a similar kind of thing. Maybe they're just a higher life form. They're trying to look out for us. Going,
You mean take the V off vet and you've got ET? Yeah.
If aliens do land, I'd quite like to be the person that greets them off the spaceship.
I think the chances of you being elected to that post...
Well, I'd actually make a very good ambassador for the planet, actually, Jimmy.
What would you say when you met the
Well,
alien?
for a start, I'm polite. I know. I'd lay on a buffet. And my mum's got a car, so if they need driving about... happy to do it.
You do have the look of someone who's been abducted. They usually...
Yeah.
They go for your type.
No one believes us.
Well, that's the thing I was thinking, is if you had been abducted, you can't prove it, can you?
No, I can't.
You can only say you've been abducted.
Have you had people on the One Show about... you must have covered
We
UFOs.
have, yeah. I mean, Olivia Newton-John swears that she's seen a UFO.
Case closed.
But so, hang on, no. So has Peter Andre and Katie Price.
Danny, you went to America and you properly went in and saw footage of these...
I went and see a geezer called Stan Romanek.
Right.
Who's been abducted since he was a kid. I sound like such a prick talking about this.
No, it's interesting. It's interesting stuff.
Listen, and he's been abducted since he was a kid, and he showed me some mad shit. Right?
What did he show you? Because I saw the documentary.
He showed me an alien poking his head through a window.
You can't argue with that.
Honestly, I don't know what to say.
Can't. What can you say? You
He popped his little nut up over the window. Had a look at him. He screams. He showed me another one with...
But what was the other one?
The other one was in his kitchen. This one, it's got in. And you see its fingers come around the door frame, right long fingers.
Right.
They could come around, and then it's got a massive nut. This one, it's bigger than the other one.
Right. And then what? Did it say anything? Did it have a message?
No, it didn't say fuck all. Just looked at him. And you know, I'm gonna fuck off home. I think.
OK, well, let's have a look and see if UFOs are up there. The number one thing. Yes, UFOs. I once found myself surrounded by these strange, misshapen humanoids. I didn't know what to say, so I just said the first thing that popped into my head. Hello, Norwich. Johnson, what do you think are the other most intriguing, unexplained phenomenon?
It's got to be ghosts.
It's got to be ghosts.
Do you believe in ghosts?
100%.
100%. Have you seen a ghost?
I'm going to sound a little bit mental now, though, aren't I?
Don't
panic.
panic.
Babe, listen, you're sweet.
I do feel better, in fairness, because you've been through it first.
Go on, what happened?
Third date with current boyfriend, and we went to a tapas restaurant on the King's Road in London.
Right.
And we had drinks. Anyway, and I thought, weird, the restaurant's really empty, but yet there's a girl sat right next door to you. And I didn't say anything. After a while, I got my menu and went, it's weird, loads of room, why is she sitting next to you? And he was like, what? And literally, he swears that there was nobody there. I swear there was a girl there wearing a check shirt and a denim jacket.
Alex, this could be a career-ending appearance for you. Over the BBC, they're going, ooh.
You must have pulled some moves when you got back, because I don't get many dates, but I still think if I was on one and the girl saw a dead girl sat next to me, I'll call you, I'm going to move away from the country.
Miles, do you believe in ghosts?
On the basis of some of the facts we've heard tonight, I think they must exist.
I sometimes practice being a ghost.
Tell me more.
So, in the next life, I won't be shit at it. That'd be embarrassing, no? So I do different things to practice. I move stuff, slam doors. Occasionally, I stand at the end of a stranger's bed while they sleep. Practice, get it right, you know, for when the time comes.
Yeah.
Dress up as a small girl, chill out in a tapas restaurant, see what happens.
Danny, I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask whether you've seen a ghost. I'm merely.
I have seen one.
I'm not going to ask, Danny, because I'm just going to show this.
It's basically this long alleyway with a big wall outside and a big fence outside, right? And this was about three bells in the morning. Jumped over, me and my pal, walking along, a bit paranoid, and we saw someone walking towards us. And we thought, well, I don't want to bring it on top, turn around and go the other way. We'll just keep walking, you know what I mean? Kept walking, getting closer, nut down, didn't really want to look. As he's got closer, it was a monk. A monk with all the gear on and all that. It was a man bit, so I didn't really pipe that much, you know what I mean? I thought, yeah, all right, sweet, he looks like a bit of a fat. If we ever on our toes, we'd be able to get away with him. So anyways, walked past this monk, and no word of a lie, I'd say 10 seconds later, we looked round, the was gone. There was an old monastery round there, we later found out, right? Now, I wish now, looking back on it, I'd have had a right pipe at his boat. Because it was obviously a ghost. I wish I'd have studied the a bit more and just took it in more. But I swear to God, it was a old pit. It was quite a life out of me, to be honest with you. It run me nuts for a long time.
Good, right? Danny, do you still regret not having more of a pipe at his boat?
I do. I swear. Well, listen, right, there's three alternatives, right? Right, it was a monk.
Wandering around in the middle of the night.
Right, just knocking about, right?
Yeah.
It was like a fat geezer dressed as a monk, fit as a fiddle that could jump over a 20-foot wall. Or I was off me fucking nuts.
OK, let's have a look and see if ghosts are up there. Yes, ghosts! I wrote a book about poltergeists, and I'm pleased to say it's literally flying off the shelves. OK, what other unexplained phenomenon are up there? Sean's team.
The Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness Monster.
I can tell you facts about the Loch Ness Monster. It was first spotted in 1934.
Yeah, see, I think, you know, I think that's like...
What do you think, Tony?
I've seen it, and...
What I want to know was, what was Nessie doing in the East End?
West Ham.
I went up there, you know. She's fucking off. Look, where's she going?
There's nobody there, Danny.
No, I don't believe in that one. That's one I don't believe in. I believe in everything else, but I'm not having that. I'm not having that Nessie bollocks.
Well, over 1,000 people claim they've seen the Loch Ness Monster.
You can go to Loch Ness any time, and they say, "Oh, you should have come here yesterday. Nessie was out in Holland and Barrett baying zinc tablets."
Well, Loch Ness has got it's got a Facebook page, so it must have gone to an internet cafe at some point.
That's a photo from 1934. I mean, that's irrefutable, isn't it?
I think it's a synchronised swimmer. That's what it is, synchronised swimming.
Well, the Loch Ness Monster is not up there. OK, John Steen, what other unexplained phenomenon, mystery phenomenon, strange and wonderful things do people find fascinating?
Psychics.
Psychics. Have you ever visited a psychic?
8 times.
8 times?
Again, don't let this steer you in any direction as to whether I'm nuts or not.
So what did they tell you?
Oh, lots of different stuff, but I think the most weird one was when I was walking out of Boots, you know, Boots, and... Boots. You know, Boots. So I'm walking out of Boots, and this sort of deranged-looking woman comes towards me. She said, "You must buy a crystal." I went, "Oh, I'm all right."
She didn't have a check shirt on, did she?
She was older. She said, "You must buy a crystal." And I said, "Oh, I'm all right. I don't want a crystal." And she said, "Well, I'll give you the crystal." I said, "Well, all right." And she said, "It's good luck." And she said, "You've got to ditch that boyfriend of yours. He's very handsome, but you've got to get rid of him. He's no good for you. Next boyfriend, look for somebody with a J in the surname." Sure enough, 2 weeks later, new man, J in the surname.
That's like you doing what you're told.
No! See, she searched me out to give me that information. They look after you. John, don't look like that.
It was the she searched me out thing. Afterwards.
There was a lot of people in Boots, and she could have picked anybody, but she was drawn to me and gave me... And these people don't give crystals away willy-nilly.
I recently visited a psychic, and he could tell that I was unsuccessful with women and sometimes got mistaken for being homeless just by looking at me. That's weird.
That is crazy kind of powers. Danny, do you believe in psychics?
I done that Sally Morgan, and I was sort of open to it, and she wanted to meet me at a dog track.
Of course.
Cockney and all that. So I spent about 2 hours with her, and I'll tell you what, the bollocks coming out of her mouth, right? Because she went, "Right, do you know what? I'm going to do something I never do. Right. I'm going to tell you what dog is going to win the next race."
What did she say, greyhound?
What? So, listen. She told me what one it was. I put a tongue down on it, £100, Jimmy, right?
Sure, I'm with you.
The fucking thing come last.
Let's have a look and see if psychics are up there. Yes, psychics. Whenever Most Haunted's on, it does make me wonder, what's on the other side? So at the end of that round, it's 1 point to Sean's team and 2 points for John's team. Our next round is Pick of the Polls. John, Alex, Joe, what do you like the look of?
We'll have Lady Gaga.
OK. Most people would rather wear something practical than look cool. True or false? What do you think?
Well, it's all about looking cool for me. Like under this, I'm wearing quite expensive lingerie. It's impractical, but I feel great.
Gives you the support you need.
No, it doesn't. It's the opposite. It's right up my arse.
But I think it is age-dependent. People, you know, maybe... Got to be careful here. 40?
I'm 40, yeah.
Downwards. Go for, you know, look cool.
Have you seen the two guys you're sitting with? Do you suffer for fashion? Do you wear heels? Do you wear uncomfortable things to look good?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a heel, if there's heels available.
If there's heels available, you have a heel.
But I also like a flat Converse.
I really want to say I've got a rocket in my pocket in your accent.
Do it.
I got a rocket in my pocket.
Danny, would you rather be practical or look cool?
Try a bit of both. I can't be fucked wearing a suit and all that, do you know what I mean? Can't do a tie.
Can't do a tie?
No, I can't do a tie. That's embarrassing, isn't it?
Oi!
Go on, mate, do him.
Yeah.
Well, this is the fight we've been waiting for.
You're fucking giving it the big one. What's going on over here? What's happening here?
Yeah, mate, you're giving it the big one. He's a dickhead.
There does come a time in a man's life when he goes, yeah, slippers, come on.
No, I've got a pair of slippers. What about that?
What have you gone for? Have you gone for the Ugg slipper?
I've gone for a moccasin, I'm old school.
Moccasin? I hadn't really considered a moccasin.
But don't put the whole moccasin on, just, like, you know, push the back of it down so it's more of a flip-flop.
You're exactly right.
So you can just sort of slip your trotters into them, you know what I mean? Like,
slip your trotters in, yeah?
Have a shuffle about, you know. When you need to kick them off and have a lay down, you ain't got to fuck about with, you know, taking them off. Why the fucking hell am I talking about moccasins?
Miles, would you say you're a slave to fashion?
Yeah, I mean, for instance, what young Danny was just talking about with regards to his slippers, I have a very similar attitude towards my espadrilles in the summer. Always keep the backs down, certainly.
Well, both practical and cool. I mean,
it's not practical. No, we're all having a laugh, but they come off when you're going downstairs. Fine when you're going upstairs, and then you go off the first step, your bloody slipper slides down the stairs.
Who says I'm planning to go up or downstairs? Maybe I've moved into a bungalow to be safer.
Sean, what do you think? Practical? Do you go practical now?
Me now?
Well, I mean, for the show, you tend to, you know, you dress down a little bit, but heels and...
It's a liberty, that is, dressed down. I think you look well. It's a strong top he's got on now.
Yes, yeah. Very strong top.
I mean, you can do the old collars up a bit, I think. You know what I mean? Have a pair of bollocks about you, fucking...
I look better.
You look like you're ready for a tear-up now, you know what I mean? Like...
Oh, crikey, crikey. My tailor always says it's very important to have a pair of bollocks about you.
Let's get some answers on this. So what do you think? Most people would rather wear something practical than look cool. True or false? What do you think? You think true, you think practical is the way forward. OK, what do you think, John?
False.
We think false.
People like to look cool. OK, well, I can tell you, the answer is true. 73% of people would rather wear something practical than look cool. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your question. Top thing people learn from TV shows. Alex, what do you think you've learned on the One Show? Because you have interesting people on every day.
I don't know. Well, you know, things that don't really help you in real life.
Go on. Such as?
Such as seagulls live till they're 40, potentially. Too long.
It's too long for a seagull.
2 types of tidal energy.
Well, in and out.
Yeah, no. So, you know, you do learn a lot, but sometimes when I'm not sure, I make things up.
Do you?
Only very, I mean, few and far between, Jimmy, but I can't, hand on heart, say 100% all the facts are correct.
I want to go on this One Show. Do you want to have me on there or what?
Danny, you're welcome.
You should get Danny to do an investigation for you, because you often get people in to do reports. He'd be amazing. He's done reports before.
No, I want to be the main guest. I don't want to get palmed off with a 5-minute thing.
Baby steps, Danny, baby steps. We've got to build up towards that.
I'd rather see them carry on with Giles Brandreth doing it, but you get to direct and write the script. Giles Brandreth having to say, now, I've come here to try on these cardigans, but she's fucking mugging me off.
Miles, have you learnt anything from TV?
Yeah, from television I've learnt the ease with which Postman Pat can be distracted from his round has dire implications for the overall efficiency of the Royal Mail. It's a worrying trend.
And he gets involved in other people's problems, doesn't he?
He's nosy. He's nosy.
He thinks he's been helpful, but...
Stop chasing cats. Deliver my fucking letters.
Busy wasn't he?
I think you've really...
Good postman and all that, lovely little cat, but one busy you know?
Oh, cool. Sean, have you learned anything else from television? I mean, other than the recent revelations.
I just can't wait to bump into an animator somewhere and say, what are you working on? He goes, this new show called Busy
Joe, have you learned anything from television?
The only thing I've learned is that people on X Factor who say, I know I've got the X Factor, don't tend to have the X Factor.
OK, top thing people learn from TV shows.
Is it the chefs For some strange reason, chefs are allowed to swear. You know, you can't swear on gardening shows or property shows. I've never heard Kevin MacLeod halfway through Grand Designs go, winter's drawing in, and they still haven't got the fucking roof on. This is when you need to swear. That's worth swearing for, not because some broccoli's overcooked. They haven't got a roof. But then Gordon does need to swear. He's obviously got issues. You don't get those lines in your face worrying about roast potatoes, do you?
Well, you got pretty close to it.
Chefs, cooking.
It's the right answer. Yes, the top thing people learn from TV shows are cooking tips. The best thing about my girlfriend's cooking is I know exactly what I'm going to get. Gastroenteritis. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are John, Alex and Joe have 2 points. Sean, Danny and Miles are the winners with 3 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune in to 8 Out 10 Cats Uncut on Wednesday. That's it from us. Good night.